Hello everybody, K-Whip here, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, we are going to be covering a fantastic Halfdan roll that I got from the gunsmith, and we're going to be doing a little review of the weapon. So let's start off by showing you the roll that I have on mine, and first off we have Rampage, a pretty solid perk giving you a bit more damage after picking up kills. I'd prefer to have Kill Clip here to have a bit more extra damage and also having that effect last longer. But Rampage is still okay. Then we have Tap the Trigger, which is not very good. If you actually try to use this on the Halfdan and tap, it like locks up. So the fire rate is just absolutely horrific and just really not worth trying to use at all. But then the next two things that I got are really nice. I have Appended Mag or Steady Rounds, going with Steady Rounds, which gives me a bunch more stability, which is very nice to have on a weapon like this because stability is something that on this slowest rate of fire archetype of auto rifles is usually fairly low, and that's certainly the case for the Halfdan, so it's nice to get that bump in stability, which makes it easier for you to land consecutive headshots and keep the weapon under control. So that's big, having steady rounds. And then for the sights, I have GB Iron or GA Post. I go with GB Iron. It's a nice short zoom scope, very simple circular red dot, very easy to use and quite nice. And a nice scope is something that you're not always going to get on a Halfdan. For example, my other one, which I'll show you right here, has two long zoom scopes, so that's quite disappointing there, even though this one actually does have kill clip. And then also with this roll, I'll show you the differences in stability between them, and you can see that bar is massive between the difference that Steady Rounds makes and then also the stability masterwork that I got and redeemed with this weapon. So now you know everything about the roll, let's talk about the weapon a little bit. It's actually feeling quite good right now. It does 36 damage on a headshot, making it so you can 6-shot opponents if you hit all headshots. And with a typical Halfdan, this is kind of difficult to do, but with this roll in particular, it's not that difficult because you actually have a bunch of stability between the masterwork and steady rounds. So when you get a roll that has a bunch of stability, it's really nice and it makes hitting those shots pretty easy, which makes this weapon very deadly and capable of putting down your opponents quickly. I do like this weapon a lot. It seems quite versatile because it has a lot of range, so you can challenge close to like pulse rifle range and still do quite well. In hand cannon range, it's going to be handling quite well, except it can be outshined by like the 180 archetype in Luna's Howl. However, we'll see if that's still the case after it receives its nerf. And where this weapon really shines is kind of in between hand cannon and pulse rifle range, which is quite restricted if we're being honest, but it can still do very well in that range, and it will also hang decently well in pulse rifle and hand cannon range in itself. So overall, I would say that this weapon is kind of in between the middle to upper tier class of gun. I think against good pulse rifles it's going to struggle a little bit, and also against good hand cannons it's going to struggle a little bit. But other than that, it's going to do quite well against guns in the Crucible, and it's definitely fairly usable right now, especially if you just want to try a new gun and have some fun. And if you can get a roll with good stability and a good scope, I think it's definitely worth the try. Anyway, that's going to be everything I have to say about the weapon for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you later.
Guys are going to be hanging out soon.
No, just because, I don't know, like, it just feels unnatural right now. Like the controller in my hand. That would have been rude. There's the wee round medals. Oh, and we just mercied them. And I was undefeated. Lit, lit, lit. Lit, lit, lit.
Lit, 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 lit. I want you to lick, lick, lick.
So that was like a 22-0? Yep, 22-0. Lit, lit, lit.
Oh,
let's go. EEA. EU plus Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway. Cool. Without a permit, provided they have a sufficient financial means, valid health insurance, and valid travel documents, passport.
How the fuck am I living right now? What? I'm still alive.
Huh.
What?
Within.
What? How did that work out so well?
Oh, I'm out. That was ineffective. Icy Poos is that guy's name.
Yeah.
So nice. That's real nice. Good job, Kyle.
I had 39 kills. Second place was Alec with 14.